Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So we have seen phenomenal gains and great price movements to the upside in the last few weeks. No surprise to viewers here of the channel. In this video I'd like to take a little bit of time to give you a bit of a longer term outlook, talk a little bit about new bear market lows and things like that. We can see at the moment that the trend is clearly directed to the upside. We broke clearly above the August highs and above the February highs. This has certainly bullish implications. A lot of people are still focused on, a lot of people cannot understand that we are on track to delivering prices above 30K. They just simply cannot understand it.
But before we dive deeper into the analysis, first a few words about the sponsor of today's Bitcoin video, Chartprime. Chartprime is a service that provides specific TradingView indicators. There are 5 specific and unique indicators that you can only get through Chartprime if you sign up to one of their plans. These are based on quite complex algorithms and formulas and can be helpful in identifying trade setups, which means they can provide additional signals that could support your trading. Indicators can, for example, also be useful to support Elliott Wave counts to give more confidence. Of course, you don't need to apply Elliott Wave to use Chartprime, and the combination of their indicators alone can provide trade setups and signals as well. They currently offer a 30% limited time discount, so if you are interested in this, check it out. Of course, bear in mind that no indicator works 100% of the time. Here's an example of the Bitcoin chart with one of the range indicators. This indicator combines various indicators in itself, so you can adjust it to your needs, but it basically shows your range resistances, different support resistance levels based on different time frames, and it categorizes them based on their relevance. And this indicator provides you with dynamic support and resistance bands to which the price is reacting. And if you're interested in checking it out, make sure that you use the link in the video description and on their website. You can also read through testimonials and you can join their Discord community, which you can join in case you have any questions about how to use those indicators.
And a lot of people still wait for a rally. I mean, we are in a rally. Yeah, we are in a rally. We've basically doubled in price, well, nearly, since November. That is pretty decent. And in contrast to what we did back here between June and August, we've seen impulses to the upside. Until recently, we had still the potential for a new bear market low on the chart as an A, B, C structure. This was a potential that we needed to consider for our risk management. Highlighted to you that if we hold the green support area, that was one of our target areas to get into either way, in a bullish and a bearish scenario. If we hold this area, I highlighted, then this could be the determining factor to shift probabilities that, well, to shift probabilities towards we will not see a new bear market low. All right. So I am now of the view, and talked about that in the last few days already, but I had a few questions, so I think a few people missed it, that probabilities for new bear market lows are currently reducing. That simply has to do with the fact that we rallied in 5 waves to the upside of the November low, and we came back in a corrective structure into the wave 2 support area. We did hold support and we are now rallying in an impulsive way again. So, you have basically the setups that you need to identify the change in trend. And Elliott Wave was amazing in giving us one of the best entries here in the bear market, in my opinion, here. And I think nobody can complain about these setups that we had here in recent weeks. We had a long setup here, identified that long trend, identified that at some point here we should see the move down in wave 2. I think my support level was 19.7 back then. We came down to 19.6. Morphed basically directly into this wave 2 scenario, but those support areas were overlapping. And either way, we talked about upside from here. Yeah, this was an entry point, and possibly we will not see those prices again. Now, I'm not telling you we won't, but there's a potential, because if we're really now in a third wave and price action currently suggests that, then this can take us at least to 35K plus if those support levels are holding. So hope people did position themselves here ready for a next maybe bull market, and if not bull market, then at least a more substantial bear market rally into the mid 30k region. The potential for another bear market is still there. I had a few questions. When can you completely rule this out? Now, I can't really rule it out completely until, well, we get close to new all-time high territory. It is just what it is, but probabilities are, of course, reducing significantly, and a structure in which a new bear market low would still be possible. That would be this one, that off the June lows, we actually rallied in a wave W, came down in an X wave, and we're now rallying in a Y wave, which consists of an A, B, C structure. Had a question in one of the previous videos if I couldn't talk about, could this be a C wave to the upside? And as you can see here, yes. What we're doing here could be a C wave within a larger Y wave to complete a larger fourth wave, but even that would include further upside. Okay, so the trend is and has been clearly to the upside. And there is just no reason, and there has not been any reason, to be too much focused on the bearish count, because as long as we're holding above support levels, you don't want to be positioned on the short side. You want to be positioned on the long side. At least that's my opinion. That's no financial advice. I know a lot of people are still shorting this market. I don't understand why. A lot of people get liquidated, have their stops triggered. We are possibly in the third wave. I mean, why would you short in one of the most, if this count is correct, it is one of the strongest waves that there is in crypto, a third wave. You don't want to short that. I mean, there's always the risk, of course, that the count is wrong. But for now, I have no reason to change it, because all the setups that we've been providing in the last few weeks, I mean, especially the main ones, that they worked out, and they were all on the long side. So for good reason. Yeah. And I think, if we are now in a third wave, what would be target to the upside? So we talked about sort of 35k, I think, as a minimum. If I measure here the length of the wave 1, go to the low of the wave 2, we talk here really about the 36k level. But that's really only the minimum. I mean, that would be target for a third wave. Let me just actually add that to the chart. If this was the wave 2 down here that we finished, then we could now be in the third. After that, we should get a fourth and a fifth. So the fifth wave to the upside would normally, textbook target would be the 2.618 extension here, the 45k level. So, that's sort of the range as we talk about. We see some good movement here. So nobody should be surprised. We also talked about a possible alt season coming. I mean, we've seen some cryptos rally really a bit today, quite impressively. But it's still very early days. But, at the moment, the idea here for Bitcoin is that we certainly will go higher. I think at some point we will need a stronger retracement here to get sort of that. Bitcoin needs, charts always need to breathe in, breathe out. And also Bitcoin needs sort of the reset of those indicators back to lower again, so that it has actually the power and the drive to rally in the third wave. At the moment, I don't see that large pullback. It's not there yet. We are still pushing a little higher here, possibly in an ending diagonal here of wave 1. Pullback areas are defined. They haven't really changed. Bitcoin has largely moved sideways while the altcoins are moving. I did only mention it, I think, yesterday in the video, that oftentimes you get that situation, that first Bitcoin moves and then the altcoins. So also that shouldn't have been a surprise to anyone who watched yesterday's video, that you typically see Bitcoin move, then Bitcoin stops, then the altcoins are moving. That's exactly what's playing out today. Yeah, and if we get that pullback from here, then I would at least expect a pullback into the area between 26,267 and 24,939. If we lose that level, we could come down all the way to 21,550, but that's currently far away. What I will do though, I know I'll leave it on the chart for now. Depending on what's playing out, I will take out this green support area, because at some point it won't be relevant anymore. At the moment, it kind of still is. I mean, I still don't want to completely rule out a scenario in which this here was just an A wave. The move up is an overshooting B wave. and we could then come down in a C wave. Now that's not my preferred scenario. It is only it's only still on the chart as an alternative 2 down here, because the time in which this correction took place, this time between February, the 16th of Feb and the 9th of March was just very short compared to the time that it took Bitcoin to increase in price. So from that point of view, I don't want to rule out completely a larger ABC. That's why the green support area is still relevant and on the chart. However, the movement to the upside doesn't look very much like a B wave. You can count it as a B wave. Yes, I can count it as an A wave, B wave, C wave. So that is one possibility I want to point out very clearly, that this is still possible. It is, however, not too likely, but it's something that, of course, is possible based on market structure. But what we normally don't want to see is a B wave that overshoots by more than the 1.38 retracement. And this is above that area. Yeah, that's why an overshooting B wave, I can't fully rule it out. I have said before, I have seen overshooting B waves that did overshoot by 200%, but they are the exception. But yeah, I can of course not fully rule it out. So let me actually add the 1.618 here onto the chart, because this is a level where they can do it. It's just rare. So 1.618 extension is 28.8K. If we react to that and can't get above that, it might still be an overshooting B wave, but yeah, above the 1.38 retracement, which is 27,450, it obviously isn't something you would focus on naturally. Okay. But yeah, this is sort of the situation with Bitcoin. There is not really anything to add on the short-term chart, because Bitcoin has hardly moved. But I thought I'd give you a bit of an outlook and just make it crystal clear that the trend is certainly up. I think some people still haven't realized it, because I sometimes still get the comments that we are going to see new bear market lows, and surely we could, yeah, but everybody who's just waiting and is not acting and hasn't been acting on the setups I provided, for example, here, might not get another chance. I mean, I don't know. What can I say? You can wait until Bitcoin reaches 45K to flip bullish, but it's a bit like back in the end of 2021 when I started to focus on prices below 30K. It was very clear to me when Bitcoin was still 55K that we will come down to sub 30K. A lot of people didn't turn bearish until the price dropped below 30K, right? Which is when at some point, not at 30K, but at some point, I think around 25, we were starting to looking for lows. Okay. It's just the masses are typically wrong. So when most people still think we're going to head to new lows, while the market structure shows at least the potential for upside, people will not act on it until it's crystal clear, and then it's often too late, right? It's just sort of what I'm thinking. Last Sunday, that was not last Sunday, the Sunday before that, I think in the member live stream, I did highlight. I remember that that was here actually on that Sunday, I think, after we just turned around here, that not dollar cost averaging in the bear market might cost people a lot of money, opportunity cost basically, by not acting on this opportunity. And since then we've been up now. We are now up like 40% in Bitcoin. So yeah, it is what it is. Hope everybody's positioned. If not, then yeah, consider your portfolio management. Think about what you want to do. But yeah, we certainly had enough time to put something in place, and I hope everybody did. If not, you didn't miss anything, or not much at least, because bull market targets point towards 100K plus. So, there's at the moment not yet a need for FOMO, but you can be certain that if this is a third wave and it will start, then it will start shortly and will be very bullish, and then a lot of people will get serious FOMO. Yeah. Okay, and that's my update about Bitcoin. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.